Good morning or good afternoon or whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to some yoga. Really quick disclaimer. If you haven't checked with your doctor or anything like that, please make sure that before you start any new exercise, you get it A-OK if you have any issues and whatnot. And also with any yoga class, please do it where it feels right to you. Okay, you know your body. So today's class, if possible, have a strap, or you can use a towel, or you can use a shirt. You can use anything that you can. We're going to wrap it around our feet. And then also, if you have any kind of block or some kind of real thick book, that might work too. So come into a nice seated position. We're graced with Edgar today. And if you can close your eyes and kind of settle in and notice how your posture is immediately. Are you slumping? Are you having difficulty getting comfortable? Whatever it is, just be aware of it. And then a word I heard today on one of my morning meditations was attitude. What kind of attitude would you like to have today? And maybe that'll be our intention. And take a nice big inhale and exhale. And so today, we'll just start warming up. Inhale your arms up. We're going to focus on the back. Exhale down. A couple of reasons why is last week we did core, and I kind of overdid it. So I got a back spasm. Inhale all the way up, and I am grateful. Okay, bring this arm down, arch over. I'm really grateful it happened because I was able to explore a little bit more, come on back up, about back issues and things that we can do to help it out without going to drugs or without doing surgery or whatever, because we all have it. All right, let's get dynamic. So bring the arm down, stretch over, come on back up. Anyway, and it also it's you'll see. Anyway, it's fun. And I want you to know it worked for me to a degree. All right, keep your arms up. Bring this arm to the opposite knee, just twist around. Like I said, with all classes, do what works for you. And then come on back up, other knee, other arm, other hand to opposite knee. And then come on back around. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, let's just start with, we just warmed up a little bit, but just come on down to your back. Let's get some elongation. It's kind of nice to know getting the flow or the feeling of your vertebrae when you're laying down. So start with your arms up over your head, okay, and then straighten your legs out. And what you're going to do is flex your feet. So that means your toes or your heels are kind of kicking out and your toes are up to the sky. And really stretch all the way up. Just stretch, stretch, stretch. Feeling it, everything really open up. Keep your arms up overhead, bend your knees again, okay? And let's just start doing a little flow from here. And notice what's going to go on with your pelvis. So you're inhaling and then exhaling your arms down by your sides, okay? And what you're going to try and do is not necessarily flatten your back all the way down. It's more about pointing your tailbone towards the back of the mat, or if it's the front of your mat. Inhale up and exhale down. Okay, next time, bring your right leg up in the air, okay? And so you're going to inhale your arms up and then lower the right leg down. And we're just moving nice and slow. Inhale up and maybe keep your arms. You can bring your arms up. You can leave them up or bring them all the way down. Inhale and exhale. And notice what's going on with your back, you know? Notice how your hips are moving. This is all going to be important during this class. Inhale. And then keep your arms down and just bring that leg down. Bend your knee. And now we'll do the other side. So the other leg comes up. Inhale up. Oops. I did it up wrong. Inhale up. No, I'm doing it wrong. I'm going all backwards, aren't I? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And when you inhale, feel the cue is always like the belly button to the spine, but it's not about like sucking your gut in. It's a real subtle movement that will help with your core and any kind of lower back stuff. All right, keep your leg down, arms down by your side, bend your knees. And then let's just gently flip on over to tabletop, nice and slow. Believe me, I couldn't do that the other day, nice and slow. Okay, so you're on all fours. And we'll do a couple of cat-cows. So round your back up and drop your belly. So when you round your back up, maybe feel that your belly button going towards your spine. Just kind of getting used to that engagement down there that we want to have. All right. And then round your, drop down, and one more round, bang back. Drop your belly down. Okay, and then come to tabletop again. Okay, let's just sit back into child's pose. And this is really interesting. So when you come into child's pose, are you coming down, and then are you noticing that your shoulders are coming up by your ears? So come on back up to tabletop. And what I want you to do, your hands are hip width distance apart, okay? Bend your elbows when you come down. So your elbows are coming down towards the floor. And then come on back up. It's, again, another subtle movement, but it's not about like really stretching back. It's just kind of become aware of bringing your shoulder blades back down your back, right? The other thing is, too, is you're kind of doing a little bit of a round cat when you come down and then come on back up. And you don't want to stick your neck out like you do with cow. With this particular child's pose, just keep it nice and long so that you feel your neck is nice and long, too. It's going to have nice and long here. Okay. Coming to a little bit of bird dog. So I'm finding this more and more classes. Bring your right leg out. Maybe start with the ball of the foot on the floor, pressing back just to get that nice stretch. But also more important, notice what's going on with that right hip. Is it lifting up in the air? I'm exaggerating a little bit, but see if you can keep your pelvis parallel to the floor and then lift the right leg up. I believe most of you have really good posture on this. And if you want to, you can lift the left arm up. I can't say enough about this particular pose, okay? Cannot say enough. Keep breathing. And again, it's the belly in, making sure you're not lifting or falling over, but keeping, if you need to bring the leg down, the arm down at any time, that's all right. You really want to keep that pelvis parallel. Okay, other side. So bring the left ball of the foot back. Okay, straighten way back. Okay. And then bring the left leg up, right arm forward, and hold it up. And again, notice what's going on. I think most of you have this. And then come on back down. As a matter of fact, here's a real quick one, just maybe you want to try, okay? If you have a block nearby, if you don't, that's okay. You can just mimic what we're doing again. Take your block underneath your knees. I'm putting it underneath my left knee. Well, let me put it underneath my right knee so you can see it. So you know automatically the hips are definitely tilted down. This is a problem that can happen with the lower back, okay? So when you come up, okay, bring that left knee up so that it's parallel. It's nice. It's interesting to just feel this up when it is a little bit, kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit. Okay, so just holding it up, maybe bring that leg out. Notice if you're tilting that left hip up towards the sky, keep it parallel, then come on back down. This is just a nice little, we do this a lot. I know we do this a lot in our classes, but this was a nice little kind of like, okay, refresher. Yeah, we're doing this, but are we really aware of what's going on with our pelvis and our lower back? Okay, other knee. So you're getting it nice and even, right? The best you can. And then lift that right leg out and just hold it. And really notice if you're sucking that, it's not sucking, bring the belly button in towards your spine. Wrong word there. And then come on back down. Okay, you can remove the block. All right, let's come into our first downward dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your sit bones up. Knees are bent. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. If you want to, you can kind of pigeon toe your feet in a little bit. You might get a little bit more of a stretch. This may not be for everyone though, okay? Depending upon how tight your calves are. All right, walk your feet behind your hands. Come into a forward fold. All right, a little bit of a different forward fold we're going to do today. Take your hands, grab them on the back of your ankles, or if you're at your thigh, your calves, that's fine too. And what I want you to do is take your hands, your palms, and slide them all the way up. Come all the way up to standing, into mountain, and then slide them all the way back down. So this, and crown of the head down towards the floor. And then inhale, come all the way up real slow. So getting that flat back, shoulder blades down your back. And it's kind of helping with when you come up into mountain, you're nice and straight. Excuse me. Exhale again, all the way back down. Okay. So you got that idea, and you want to keep that cervical neck nice and straight, so your chin is a little in towards your chest. Come halfway up, okay? Your hands are still on the back of your thighs, okay? And notice too, so your shoulder blades are coming down your back. Bring your chin a little bit in towards your chest, okay? Not all the way, because you want everything aligned back there. And then feel how your sit bones are sticking straight back and the crown of your head is going forward. All right, let's do this a couple of times. So slide down. Actually, I'm going to add a zinger in here for you. And then come halfway up and just feel that. Okay. Come down, all the way down, rooting your feet. And now come halfway up. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can totally stay here. Okay, remember your shoulder blades are coming down. Or you can bring your arms out in front. This is kind of intense for some people. Okay, and then bring your arms into cactus. So again, it's also kind of subtle, and it's also kind of nice to do with a mirror, because you'll notice your elbows start going down. See if you can have them come up a little bit, and your shoulders are going down your back. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale, okay? And then bring your arms out. Bring them back behind your legs. Fold forward. Whoo! And then slowly stand all the way up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. All the way up. We'll take a breather and then hands through heart. It's really interesting how these movements, these halfway ups, can really become kind of intense. But again, we're trying to build back here so that nobody gets any kind of issues back here. We don't want anything to happen. All right. Inhale your arms all the way up. We're going to bring the hands again behind our legs, just because this is what we're doing today. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Okay, elongate that spine. Exhale down. Okay, step your right foot way back, right knee down. You can bring the top of the right foot down. Come on up, line up the knee. Okay, so again, notice what's going on with the pelvis. And then, of course, we're getting the hip flexor stretch, which is so important because it can cause all kinds of ruckus if we're sitting. And I have a feeling a lot of us may be sitting today. Okay, bring your arms into cactus. Let's get nice and dynamic here and also get that idea of the shoulder blades coming down the back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Feel those shoulder blades go down. Inhale up. Exhale down, keeping that front foot nice and rooted and also moving that hip back a little bit. Inhale up. One more time down. Bring it into that. Okay. Hands down by your foot. Step back into that tabletop plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Okay. Tops of the feet to the floor. Press your hands into the floor. Inhale. Come on up. Just a little tiny lunge. Feel those shoulder blades go down your back when you come up and do this. Exhale down. Come on back to downward facing dog. How's that? Inhale and exhale. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold, hands behind your legs. Inhale halfway up. Get that nice and flat back. Exhale down and then stand all the way up. So feeling your feet nice and rooted into the earth. Palms together maybe. Come through center all the way down. Notice how you're feeling. So sometimes too with the pelvic tilt, I always want to throw this in. I like the idea of Jason Crandall did this. If like sometimes you want to feel like you're pulling your pants up so you'll feel your sit bones go down. Just notice that too on certain poses. I don't know why I just thought of that one because we're going to do chair in a minute. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Forgot my back of my legs. Hands on the back of the legs. Come halfway up. Feel that nice flat back. Exhale down. Left leg comes way back. Left knee down. Line up the ankle and the knee on that right leg. Okay, we come up. We do whatever we need to do at the back foot. Inhale your arms up. Feel that this right hip kind of moving back a little bit. Keeping now the pelvis parallel to the front of your mat. Inhale, then exhale. Do the cactus. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Feeling that stretch on that left thigh. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring your hands down to your foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your sit bones up. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Notice what's going on with the palms. Are you pressing your index and your thumb? Inhale. Exhale. Okay. I want to do something. Oh, yeah. Walk your feet behind your hands. Okay. So we're going to come up into chair. Some of you may want to try okay, bringing your toes, big toes together, and you have a little bit of separation in your heels. Some of you may not, okay? Some of you may want to, it's okay. There's no right or wrong. I'm just giving you variations. So come on up into chair. So now you're sitting back. And yes, you're going to have a little bit of a sway back here. It's inevitable here. But if you can really feel, you're sitting back on your heels. So feel that chair. Okay, inhale. Come on up into that cactus back. Okay, and then let's get dynamic. Exhale down. Inhale into cactus. Ooh, yeah. Exhale, sit down. Maybe you're going to sit down a little bit more. Inhale up. Right? Exhale down. Now hold it. Certainly, if you want to bring your arms into cactus, that's fine too. You can keep your arms forward, up over your ears, whatever works for you. But getting nice and strong, yes, in those glutes. Another area we need to do, keep breathing. Maybe squeezing those legs a little together. And then stand all the way up. And exhale down. Hey. You can never do enough chairs, okay? I even do that with my senior class. So, because we need these quads, we need these glutes. Work so well. Okay. How about if we do twisted stork? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's do it. Yeah, although this is a back class, I would not recommend this if you have any real serious pain, okay? So bring the right knee up. Okay, and you're balancing on that left leg. Reach your arms up. Okay. Left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you, I know, have been practicing with grabbing the opposite arm to the opposite leg. That's okay. Maybe that's not in your repertoire today, okay? You may want to hold that other leg up. Wherever you're at, it's okay. Just find a balance that works for you. Okay, watch that the hip doesn't come way up. You want those pelvis nice and parallel, right? Okay, come on back up. Maybe straighten the leg, and then come on back down. How do you feel? All right. Maybe I'll get a thumbs up later or something, okay? All right, other leg comes up, okay? And if you need to touch that toe down and up, that's all right, okay? This is your class. Remember, attitude, right? What was that attitude you wanted to have today, okay? All right, maybe twist the left arm forward, right arm, left arm back, right arm forward. Maybe you're going to do I don't know if it'll happen for me. Whatever works for you. Give you a little bit of fun today. Watch the pelvis. It's very difficult to want to hike it way up, right? So you want to try and keep it somewhat even, parallel to the floor. Come on forward. Kick forward, and then come on down. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. All right. Come on up to the front of your mat. Inhale. Your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly. Maybe let's bring our hands to the back of our legs. Exhale down just so that we're feeling that. Like I said, I keep bringing up that shoulder blades halfway up back so that you have, and you're sucking your gut in. And then exhale down. Come on down to child's pose. Okay. So this is the part where, remember I did the tucking, like it's like you're pulling your pants up. So kind of feel that when you sit back into child's pose. Okay. And then watch the elbows don't cut you're not stretching so far up around your ears. I can't come down because my microphone gets all muddled. But just feel how your lower back is doing. And you know what? If it's feeling good, praise it. Praise it. All right, walk over to the right side, doing a stretch, keeping that left hip back and down. And then walk over to the other side, walk your hands over. All right, feeling that hip kind of come down because it's going to want to hike up that right hip. All right, this is fun. Okay. Come on down to Sphinx for just a moment. So just so your elbow is right underneath your shoulder and you're feeling a good stretch in your abdomen and you're noticing how your lower back is doing, whether or not you want to work it today, okay? Because we're going to do something a little different today. But just notice this nice opener of your abdomen. Okay, so come down with your hands down by, just like we did in locust, okay? Or is this locust? I'm getting all the names messed up. Well, anyway, you know how we do this. So your elbows are down by your sides, not necessarily squeezing so much, but they're down by your sides, hands down by your chest. Okay, let's just do cobra. We'll just do a couple of cobras. So inhale up and exhale down, just so you feel how your back's doing and again, the shoulders down your back. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, one more time. Inhale up. Getting a little bit of arm strengthening too. Exhale down. Okay, next time, lift just your right leg up. So inhale up and exhale down. And you may notice a little bit of different sensations going on. Left leg comes up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, right leg. Inhale up. Usually we have our arms out. This is a little different. Exhale down. Okay, left leg comes up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, now come on up and maybe lift both legs up. Maybe, okay? This may not be what you're feeling today, but notice if your shoulders are coming up by your ears. You really don't want that to happen. So lifting, pressing your hands down, keep breathing up. This is so lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely for the lower back. Hold it up. And then come on down. Take a break, however you want to take a break. You can windshield wiper, you can do whatever you want. We're going to do something a little bit more. Okay, come on back up with your hands again in cobra, the cobra pose, okay? So certainly this may not be in everybody's repertoire, but come on up. Okay, lift your legs up and now bring your knees together, okay? And then move like out to the side, like you're doing a kind of a kicking out. Very slow, holding up. This is amazingly, I'm going to tell you, I have to keep working on this one, but it's really working those muscles in the lower back. And you don't want to go out too far, okay? It's a very subtle move, but you will have your glutes are engaged and you're just moving your legs out and in. Get those knees together as much as you can. And then come on back down. Woo, right? Okay, let's sit back into child's pose. And I really want you to notice how your lower back is feeling. All right. Right? Feels really good. So guess what time it is? So come on forward to those Sphinx arms, right? We're going to come into a plank. So real important with plank. Remember, I keep giving that cue to bring your navel into your vertebrae. Very important here. Even if you're in a lower plank position, such as this, okay, that's all right too. And with your arms, you can clasp your hands. You can have your hands out. Okay, you ready to try? So curl one toe under, another one out. So when you come up like this is more of a downward dog. It's not really working it. So you really want to get the pelvis and the glute and the abdomen nice and parallel. Okay, and watch that sway. So it's easy to do the sway in your back. So again, this is where the bringing the gut in, so to speak, will help. So I'm going to keep talking. So you're pressing your forearms down. Can't say enough about how good plank is. Now, if you start getting the sway back thing, come down, okay? If you start losing it, come out of it, because that's not, you just have to practice, right? And I got to tell you, I'm jiggling a little bit here, but I'm okay. Okay, so I'm sucking my gut in. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, everybody. All right, now here comes a commercial break. I'm kidding. All right, come on back down. Sit back in a child's pose. Oh, yeah. You gotta love it. You really do. You gotta love it. Okay. All right. All right, come on around onto your sit bones. All right. And then just taking a breather. So bring your fingertips behind your back. Okay. However you want. You can have your hands either way. Just getting a nice, good stretch here. If you want to come into a nice full pose, okay, you can lift your pelvis up, kind of doing a reverse plank here a little bit, okay, and then come on back down. Okay, so now you're ready. Are you feeling the gut? Okay, we're getting the core. We're working the back here. We're working the whole thing. Christine, you should love me for this. All right, let's sit back and do both. So lean on back. Certainly try it if you haven't with your legs together. This may not work for you, okay? But sit on back. Use that transverse abdominis, that girdle that we need so much. Keep breathing. I'm definitely jittering. It's all good. Wherever you're at, it's all good. If you need to come out, that's all right. Just come on back in. And again, it's practice, right? All right, and then come on forward. Hug the knees into your chest. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's slowly lower ourselves all the way back down to the floor. Okay, notice how you're feeling. All right, let's stretch our hips out. So cross your right leg over your left, okay? I think you know what to do here. So if your shoulders come off the floor, please don't do it. Lift the left leg up. Take your hands through your legs. Clasp your hands on the back of the left leg. And, really notice. I have a little bit of stuff going on with this particular hip. So it's like a lot of flares go up in my head of what's going on. But see if you can really feel all the different muscles and how the joints fit in there, how different things are working in the back of your legs while your hips are stretching. Maybe straighten the left leg up, and you can rotate your ankle around one way, rotate it around the other. And then slowly bring your foot back down and uncross your legs. And always take a moment to notice if there's any difference in your hips, the lower back. It's just nice to know. Cross your one leg over the left, lift the right leg up. You know what to do on this side. And, I give that suggestion of notice what's going on. There may be like nothing, but there's always something. Always. because you might notice your stomach gurgled, but there's something physical always going on. Body is an amazing thing. So again, notice this time the other hip, all the different sensations. Okay, you can straighten the right leg up and rotate your ankle around one way. Maybe rotate it around the other. And then come on back down. And again, that wonderful pause, that just amazing. Okay. If you have a block, that is wonderful. I'd really like it if you had a block. And we're going to work on the bridge thing. So you're going to put it like this kind of narrow way, not necessarily this narrow way, but this way between your legs. Okay. And you're going to squeeze it. Okay. So prepping again. So your hands are down by your sides. Okay. So squeezing your legs in, your inner legs in, really rooting your feet. Now start bringing your pelvis up. Okay, and then bring it down. Let's just get a little dynamic. So we'll start working it a little bit. We just stretched it, so there should be some blood flow going on, up and down. And then when you come up again, see if you can get those shoulder blades down towards your back, okay? And down. And now you're doing the posterior pelvic tilt. I think that's right. I may be getting this wrong. And down. And then next time, just hold it up. So hold it up. So we kind of prepped for this by doing the low lunge, because you're definitely getting the stretch in the hip flexors. But notice what's going on when you're squeezing the block in between your leg. This is, believe it or not, opening up your hips a little bit. And it's really good for anybody who has issues around the sacrum. Just any kind of squeezing of the block. And obviously we're getting an inner thigh strengthening too. But notice your feet if they're kind of out of whack. But you should be able to really balance your feet because you're squeezing that block. For those of you that don't have a block, you can maybe try it with a pillow, kind of a tough pillow though. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool to have. I believe they're selling them at Job Lot, so go get your block, okay? And then lower yourself all the way back down. The other thing is, too, if you don't have a block, maybe the library will lend you one. We'll have to get that into the system, right? We'll put it on overdrive. You can take out blocks, okay? All right. This is the best part, okay? I love this so much. This is like one of my favorite things to do. So get yourself, I know you got something around the house, a strap, a belt, a towel. The towel's got to be a little bit long. Now, I don't think a hand towel might do it. Whatever. And you're going to take your whatever thing you're using and bring it around the ball of your right foot. I'll start with the right foot, okay? And then if you want to, you can lengthen the left leg to start with, or not, or keep it bent, okay? But just feel, this is just, I love doing this. I try and do this several times a week just to stretch out. So what you're doing is kicking your heel up towards the sky, okay? And you're feeling a nice stretch along the back of your leg. And just relax into it. We don't... And the other thing is, too, is, and I have kind of a short strap here, I try and let people know it's not like you're trying to hold back on a horse, right? So if you're really trying to whoa a horse, you're really yanking. It's really just the weight of your arms pulling back. It's more about you kicking the heel up to the sky, okay? All right. And just relax into it. I think I got a thumbs up for the block in overdrive, okay? All right, notice that. This is so good for us. We have tight hamstrings, most of us. Okay, take the strap in the left hand, take the right arm out, cross it over ever so slightly. You do not have to go far over towards the left side, okay? And once you start really feeling your shoulder coming up, you've gone too far. And I think everybody's going to feel this sensation. Our outside of our IT bands needs to get stretched. Just feel that. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Such a great stretch. We don't do this enough. Plus, for those of you that are trying to do those standing poses by, with your legs straight out, doing stuff like this will help. It'll also help stretch. And then come on over. So now you're going to take the reins in your right hand and bring it out to the side, not so much on the floor, okay? So again, you're kicking the heel out, okay? And you're definitely getting a stretch on the inner thighs, since we just worked those inner thighs by doing the bridge pose. Lovely, lovely stretch, getting those adductors stretched out. Those are our inner hip flexor things. And then come on back up, okay? And bring that leg back down. And just notice how, doesn't it feel good, that right leg? Okay, other side. Okay, put it around the ball of your foot. Feel the heel kicking up. Notice if it's a little tighter. It's like one side might be a little tighter than the other. That's all right. Taking a nice big breath in and out. Just noticing the sensations and relaxing too. I mean, although you're kicking your heel up, let it relax. Okay, when you're ready, you can take the reins in your right hand and just go ever so slowly. Tee the left arm out so you don't fall over, okay? And you don't have to go far. Wherever you start to feel that stretch, that's where you're at, okay? You also may notice by doing something like this, there's a little bit of SI, if you have SI joint stuff. I'm not sure if it's helping you. It may not, depends. But you are definitely stretching out the glute and the IT band. Okay, here we go. Switching sides. Going out, opening up. Feeling a nice stretch. I also like doing this too. So you're kicking the heel out. You're feeling the sensations all the way up through that inner thigh. You might feel it around the knee too, which is okay as long as it's not hurting you. Just feeling a good stretch. A little bit more flexibility. This helps with helping it get a little bit more flexibility. All right. And then come on back up. Okay. Straighten your legs out. Notice what's going on. Feels good, huh? All stretched out down there. Hopefully your lower back is feeling good. So coming into Shavasana, closing your eyes, just letting your shoulders just drip down into the floor, which they may have already been, but now you're releasing the lower part of your body. Just letting things settle. Focus on your breath if you can. And if thoughts do come into your mind, just come back. Just be aware of the thoughts. Don't judge them. Just be like, all right, there's a thought. Let's go back to the breath. Okay, you can certainly stay here for the rest of the day. That would be great. Maybe start moving your fingers and toes. Get a little bit of movement in your body. Maybe roll over onto your side. Okay, I got to come up because my microphone will mess up. But I want you to gently, when you're ready, come on up to a seated position. And check in. Check in with that attitude that you sent that attention to earlier in the class. Maybe bring your hands to prayer. Inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Namaste. Hey, I have a bonus I just thought of. And Terry just reminded me. For those of you that actually stayed for Shavasana, okay, I'm going to give you a mind thing. Okay, so you got your hands, right? So take your index fingers, okay, down, right, to your thumbs. And then your middle finger, and then your ring finger, and then this is a mind thing. It's also going to help with relaxing you, okay? Remember, we have attitude, and then you're going to go backwards, right? So just go forward and back, okay? So you got the idea, Okay, with this hand, which I believe is your right hand, take it to your baby finger, okay? So now I want you to go backwards, okay? Can you do it? So you should be, I want to know if anybody can do this. So you should end up with opposites, okay? So let me know if anybody, this is going to be the new Uxbridge challenge, okay? If I can find anybody that can do opposites with this, they will win. I swear I will get them a block. I have the seniors doing it, okay? I'm going to get Douglas doing it. So this is now the ultimate challenge of doing the opposite fingers. You're going to have to make a video and show us that you can do this. Oh, we better say 9 times. All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll work on that next week. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks. Bye.